All right, I sent some coins off to ANACS, and I'm got them back, and I'm going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's mainly bad and ugly, but there's some lessons learned here. One of them is try not to be stupid whenever you're submitting these things, because I'm going to show that apparently I was blind during portion of it, because I sent in three coins that I thought were the what do you call it? 1969D no FG. And apparently, I got all three of these back. At least one of them was an MS62. If you notice, there's no marks on them because I can look on the back of them and actually see the FG on them. I don't know what I was doing whenever I sent these in, but if you can have somebody else double check any for any varieties, you might want to have somebody else just double check them before you waste money sending them in. But this is the stupid portion of the good, bad, and the ugly. Here's the one of the good portions. I got this in a unsearched coin roll from Blue Ridge Silverhound. It is a 1941, and it is a FS 102. It is worth, according to PCGS, it is worth approximately $92. But it is a double die. Let's see if I can see how far I can zoom in on this and have it still stay focused. But it is a double die. You can see the truss there is really thick. Or actually, well, I should have fixed this before I got started. Move my scope so I can, let me get back out there so we can look at something while I'm trying to adjust the scope with one hand, which apparently. All right, let's look at it under the scope and see if we can see it. Yeah, you can clearly see that the T, the R, the U. So this is a good one. I paid $20, I think, for the roll, and according to PCGS, and I couldn't find one that sold in auction at an EF45. They're saying the EF45 is worth about 92, so it's probably realistically worth 70 to 80 bucks. So we're doing good there. Now, next, let's look at the ugly, but still good, but ugly. I bought let me start off here. I bought me a lot of 10 Cull Walking Liberty. They all said no date on them, but I was able to find a date on a couple. One of those is actually 1941. Here's one of them. Turned out to be a 1919 in G6 condition. According to PCGS, this is about $75, and I've looked, and G8's selling for $90 on the last couple of auctions that I found. So this is a good one. And this is the other one where I didn't even know this stuff. But whenever I looked at this one, it's hard to make out the date, but the mint mark was on the front, so that's different. So I got to look, and that's only two dates in there. This one's a 1917. It's graded as fair 2, but even at fair 2, this is still worth about $40. And then the ugly, is the other one had a mint mark on the front, and it is a 1916S. At fair 2, this one's worth about $75, the same as a good 1919 there. So these were the good ones, and since these came out of a cull section, they were about $10 each. This is a bad, although it's pretty, but it's bad. I was sold this one as being an uncirculated one. I thought it was uncirculated because it's nice and shiny, but it is an AU58. I paid, I believe, $80 for it, and it is literally only worth about $50. And right now my dog's going nuts because there's a thunderstorm outside. So if you hear a lot of heavy panting, it's not because somebody's excited to see me. It's just that they're excited and they want me to make this thunder stop. Okay, here's one that was probably pretty, but probably a bad deal. I paid $80 for this one. It is a PF69. Whenever I bought it, it didn't have the documentation or anything with it. It was just a coin. So went ahead and sent it in because this was a coin show special. So it's $13 each, but I had to have 10 coins, and I didn't have 10 coins at the time, so I sent this one in. But according to PCGS, this one and the auctions that have been out, this one's literally only worth about $60. So, or $50 to $60, somewhere in that area, and I paid $80 for it. So this one here falls under the bad category again. This one falls under the good category, although still lessons learned. This is 1878 with 8 tail feathers. I put it over here, so sorry I put it in there upside down, but you can see there's clearly 8 tail feathers there. And it's a VAM 5, which is supposed to be a doubling on the eyelid. Although I thought it was a VAM 5 because doubling on the RIB, because you can see the doubling on the RIB up there also. But ANACS said it was a VAM 6, and they're both worth the same amount of money, so it didn't matter which one it was as far as value goes. But I bought this one thinking it was AU, and it's an EF40, so but still worth $188, and I paid $100 for it. So still did good financially on this one, but be careful whenever you buy things on online auctions because they lie. Basically, they will purposely, they should be professionals and should be able to properly grade the stuff, but oftentimes they can. And this is a big lessons learned. Whenever I bought this one here is a 1921 peace dollar. It came in a holder from U.S. Grading Service, saying it was an MS63 plus. And as you can see there, not an MS63 plus, AU details. This is another one where, like I said, they lie in the grading services if they aren't a trustworthy service, which right now is pretty much PCGS, NGC, ANACS, and ICG sometimes, although they got a lot of artificial toning from what I've seen online. I don't know that for a fact, though. But this one here I paid $300 for. Still way under. Nobody thought it was actually an MS63 plus. But I thought it was at least a clean coin. I didn't think it was going to get a details coin. Details, without the details, this is a $400 coin. With the details, it's only worth maybe half that, $200 to $225 best. And unfortunately, I paid $300 for it. So I got the grade right. I just couldn't tell from the pictures they had that it was detailed. And oh, how do you like that? Things ought to start beeping here pretty soon. Just had a power glitch because of lightning. So, okay. Luckily, that's the last one. Oh, sorry. Didn't need an extreme close-up of that one. That's the last one. So we will do that. Just be careful whenever you're buying things online. And always assume 2 grades lower. And when in doubt, assume it's been cleaned. Just lessons learned. All right. So, I got some other things where I'm going through some other coins for some people. I'm going to be posting that in the next week or so, or next week. So not sure how long it's going to take me to do it, but it'll take me a couple of days to get that done. So hope you enjoyed, and have a good week.